Hey, what's up, guys? It is your boy Philochko here, reporting from Budapest, Hungary. And today I want to make another audio video for you. I know it's a video, but I'm kind of just using audio. But I decided that I don't need to use the camera all of the time because I'd rather you focus on something more important that's in front of you. So what I'm going to start doing with some lessons, the other lessons, yes, I will use a camera, but for some lessons, I will just use this bad microphone that I have. Sorry, I'll get a better one. I will just use this microphone that I have, and I will have the lesson plan right in front of your face so you can read along and have a better understanding of what I'm talking about, okay? Because when I edit my videos, it's so hard for me to throw all those words in there. But if I do it like this, it's very easy. I can show you a story, I can show you pictures, I can show you anything, all right? So let's get to it. What are we going to work on today? We're going to work on the 11 vowel and 3 diphthong sounds in English. The 11 vowels and 3 diphthongs in English, okay? So look in front of you. You should see it here, some examples. Let's go over the 11 vowel sounds. Now, you see the IPA symbol? That is basically the symbol you'll see in a dictionary that basically tells you how to pronounce the word. Now, if you're just looking at them and you try to do it yourself, you might not get it right. So instead of just reading this alone, I'm going to read it with you. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to read the English examples. I'm going to read the words. Then I want you to guess what sound that symbol makes, okay? This lesson is for beginners and for the intermediate because intermediates have problems with some of these sounds, okay? So let's get to it. First group of examples. Seat, feet, be, field, funny. What sound do you think that IPA symbol makes? Well, it makes the E sound. So when you see that IPA symbol in the dictionary next to the word that basically describes how the word sounds, when you see that symbol, you know it's an E sound. You kind of want to give a little smile and stress it. E. Seat, feet, be, field, funny. Now, I want to put funny there. I mean, the E sound is in the Y at the end of the word, but we don't really stress it. It's just like funny. Yeah, that's kind of funny. But it is an E sound, but it's very quick. Next one, which is a difficult one. Sit, did, with, this. Sit, did, with, this. Now we know what sound that is. It's the sound, which is very difficult for a lot of people to make. It's a very difficult sound. They usually say seat, did, with, and these. But we don't want to say seat, did, with, these. We want to say sit, did, with, this. So what am I going to do here? I'm going to give you some quick tips because I have a lot more sounds to get to. Okay, when you're pronouncing that I sound, it's one of the I sounds, but when you pronounce this I sound, you want to say, you want to have your throat more open than when you say seat. Your throat is kind of tight when you're saying seat. You kind of want to open it and make a deeper voice. And not only that, you want to make it, you don't want to stress the sound. You don't want to stress it. It helps to not stress it. No smile, don't stress it. Open your throat a little bit as if you're trying to breathe out warm air. Sit, did, with, this. That is usually how I have people start out making this sound. Open throat, deep voice, no stress. Sit, did, with, this. Okay? Let's get to the next sound and I'll come back to this, all right? Now, let's go to it. Next one, we have cake, hate, rain, play. Cake, hate, rain, play. So what sound do you think that letter makes? Well, it makes the A sound. Cake, hate, rain, play. Yes, the A sound is not a very difficult sound for most people, so I don't have to focus on that one too much, so let's move on. The next one. What sound do you think this one makes? Get, help, red, head. Get, help, red, head. It makes the sound. The sound. Get, help, red, head. And don't be confused, it's not heed, it's head. H-E-A-D. Head. Simple. Now let's get to the next one. The symbol kind of looks like an A and an E getting into a fight, and they lost the fight and they got tired and stopped fighting, so they got stuck together. That's what it looks like. Okay. This is pronounced cat, hat, that, after. Cat, hat, that, after. What sound do you think that symbol makes? It makes the ah sound. Now, a lot of people, especially in Russia, well, I was in Russia for like 2 years. They have a huge problem with this sound. And for the people in France, they don't have this sound at all in French. Neither do they have the sound in French. What you do with this A sound, I call it the open A. You have to open your mouth and project. Open your mouth as if you're going to bite a really big sandwich, like you're really hungry and you're like, like you really have to open your mouth very big. Cat, hat, that, after. It's almost as if you're yelling at someone, like, you cheated on me. Something like that. Cat, hat, that, after. Next sound. This is not, stop, fond, want, father. Not, stop, fond, want, father. Now this one is kind of between an A and an O sound. Not, stop, fond, want, father. Now, depending on where you're from in America, I make these sounds, we in New York make these sounds, this sound and these words a little differently. But what they're going for here basically is the sound. It's kind of similar to an open A, but your mouth isn't open that much and it's much deeper. Not, stop, fond, want, father. Okay? That one isn't too hard for most people. Next one, the upside down E looking thing. Sun, but today, sofa. Sun, but today, sofa. Now this sound actually is also known as the schwa sound. Now, when you make this schwa sound, when it is used to an unstressed vowel, it is very quick. Like, let's take a word, for example. Let's take president, the word president. But the I is always schwad in the word president. So it would actually be president, president. So it's almost skipped, but that's not what they're talking about here. I will teach you guys that some other time. So this is sun, but, today, sofa. You have a schwa sound right there in the word today, today, sofa, and in the word sofa. And it's a schwa sound, that symbol, because it's pronounced very quickly. So I would give you this advice. When you see this symbol, this IPA symbol, in a word with 2 or more syllables, we all know what a syllable is, like my name, Philip. 2 syllables. New Hampshire, New Hampshire, 3 syllables. When you see a word with 2 or more syllables, and this IPA symbol's in there, that sound just might be schwad. So it's not a good idea to say today or sofa. It's today, sofa. But sun and but only have 1 syllable, so you stress that schwa sound, so to say. You say sun, but. But the other 2 words have 2 syllables, so it's today, sofa. Okay? Next one. Spoon, new, glue, fruit. Look at all the ways there is to make that sound. The English language is crazy. You got O-O, E-W, U-E, and U-I. The English language is crazy, huh? Spoon, new, glue, fruit. What sound does that make? Ooh, the ooh sound. And I'm going to teach you guys something else with this sound later, the ooh sound. Next one. Put, would, good, look. Put, would, good, look. What sound does this make? Now, I'm happy they put these 2 together because this is what I wanted to say. A lot of people would pronounce good as good and look as look, but it's not like that. It is not like that at all. Usually, when 2 O's are together, it makes the sound, not the oo sound. The only time it really makes the oo sound is when there's no consonant following it. So like the word too, like me too. Or like in slang, when you want to call someone a fool and there's no L there, you say, you fool, you a fool, okay? So I'll get into that later. That's in a more advanced lesson. But 2 O's are usually like good and look. It's usually but there are exceptions to that, and I'll get to that later. Next sound. Those, bone, goes, coat. Those, bone, goes, coat. Now, what sound is this making? O. O, like one of my favorite songs. They say U-O-E-N-O, like that. Thous, bone, goes, coat, okay? Now, when you make this O sound, you want to kind of protrude your lips and make a O with your lips. Those, bone, goes, coat, okay? Next sound, and last vowel sound, that's not a diphthong, we have dog, talk, caught, saw. Dog, talk, caught, saw. What sound does it make here? Ah. Dog, talk, caught, saw, ah. Now, what's interesting about this sound is you see that word saw? If you replace that W with almost any other consonant, it changes the sound of the A. So we have S-A-W. How is that pronounced? Saw. But if you replace that W with a T, how would that be pronounced? Sat. If you were to replace that W with a D, how would that be pronounced? Sad. If you were to replace the W with a P, how would that be pronounced? Sap. But with that W, it's saw. And I'm going to explain to you guys why in a more advanced pronunciation lesson, okay? So stay tuned. This is only part 1. We'll get to part 2 next time. I'll probably make it today. I think I have time. So let's get to the next one. Let's get to the 3 diphthongs, which are basically, there's 2 sounds in it. There's 2 sounds in it, all right? Now, the first one is cow, town, house, found. Cow, town, house, found. Now, what sound is it making? What sound is the symbol making? Ow. Cow, town, house, found. Ow. Next one. What sound is this one making? I, by, why, high, night. I, by, why, high, night. What sound is this one making? I. It's like I-E. I, by, why, high, and night. Now for the last one. The last one is pronounced toy, boy, oil, soil. Toy, boy, oil, soil. What sound is it making there? Well, the sound it's making there is oi, oi. Toy, boy, oil, soil. It's like an oi sound, okay? That is a diphthong because there are 2 sounds in it. Now, this video has been going on so far for about 13 minutes. So I'm going to end it here. This is only part 1, but I promise I will give you guys part 2 very, very soon. We're going to go into more things with pronunciation, and we're going to get to some advanced ways to remember and some new advanced rules with pronunciation in general, okay? This is only part 1. Part 2, maybe part 3, all that will be coming soon. And of course, I will try to test you, okay? So, why waste time? Be sure to stay tuned, subscribe to my channel so you can see the videos I will make after this one, and you will learn new stuff.